In today's lecture, we are going to learn about parliamentary system of the government. Parliamentary system is not the branch of the government, it is not the form of the government, but it is a kind of a government. Some countries have parliamentary system and some countries have presidential system. So if you have any questions, put it down in the comment section. Without any further ado, let's begin. Parliamentary system. Parliamentary system consists of four parts. Number 1, president or the head of the state. Number 2, prime minister or the head of the government. Number 3, cabinet and the parliament. It is the form of government in which head of the state and head of the government are two separate institutions. Usually head of the government is chief executive. In parliamentary system, head of the state may possess many powers, but in practice he cannot exercise them without advice of the cabinet or prime minister. In parliamentary system, legislative and executive organs of the state are interdependent on each other in the performance of governmental functions. There is no separation of legislative and executive powers. Every member of cabinet has seat in the parliament. Now let's move toward the merits of parliamentary government. Harmony between executive and legislature. In a parliamentary form of government, there is close harmony and cooperation between the executive and a legislature. As the prime minister and cabinet belong to the ruling party, they do not face much difficulty in getting the support and approval of the legislature for the policies and programs of the government. Thus, there is less confrontation between the executive and legislature. Clean and responsible. The cabinet as a whole is responsible to the legislature, so the ministers are also individually responsible to it for their respective acts of omission and commission. Being conscious of this, they try to remain clean. The opposition, being the watchdog of the government, will expose a corrupt and inefficient government. People's government. Parliamentary executive is also called the real government of people because the members of legislature draw the attention of the house to the problems of people. During elections, political parties raise various issues of people. The government is significantly influenced by the public opinion. Quick decision making. As the ruling party enjoys majority support in the legislature, it can take swift decision to meet any contingency. Flexibility. There is a lot of flexibility in the parliamentary system of government. The system, being flexible, can easily adapt itself to the new reality. One cabinet may be replaced by a new one without much controversy to tackle any serious situation. Now let's move toward the demerits or defects of the parliamentary system of government. Weak separation of power. In parliamentary system, the principle of separation of powers is violated. As the ministers are the members of the ruling party or the coalition, they dominate policy making, though, in principle, policy making is the domain of the legislature. Cabinet dictatorship. The Council of Ministers, with the support of majority in the lower house of the legislature, tends to be authoritarian and irresponsible. Being the majority, it does not care for the feelings and views of opposition. It has also little respect for the legislature as the majority is bound to sub the government. Thus, the cabinet government is reduced to the party government and parliamentary democracy is turned into the cabinet dictatorship. Failure to take prompt decision. As the Council of Ministers does not enjoy a fixed tenure, it is not able to adopt any bold and long term policy. The coalition partners tend to fight among themselves, and the coalition government is often unstable. As a result, they fail to adopt any bold policy. Government by amateurs. The parliamentary government lacks competence and effectiveness because the ministers are mostly amateurs. The ministers have to be appointed from among the members of legislature. The scope for appointing talented and competent people as ministers is limited. It is not on the basis of talent for the administration and the government, but on the basis of party service and loyalty. Controlled by bureaucracy. While the cabinet is powerful, more powerful is the bureaucracy. The ministers, being mostly amateurs, depend upon civil servants for expert advice and guidance. The civil servants exercise real power in the name of ministers. They do not come out to the front. They are not accountable to the legislature. It is the ministers who are held responsible for the decision taken by the civil servants in the name of ministers. This leads to irresponsibility and red tapeism. This is all about the parliamentary system. Thanks for watching the CSS Fair. See you in the next video. Keep moving forward. Allah Hafiz.